Greetings, YouTube. I know that the Abyss is the hot, new, toughest content with the best rewards, 6-star Awakening Gem, eventually a generic 6-star gem, of course, Tier 5 class Catalyst Crystals. It's the best in terms of having, hopefully, a good enough 6-star roster to take several champions, or at least one champion, to rank 3. But Labyrinth of Legends is still a challenge that quite a few people want to do. And I go back and forth. I don't know if 100% Labyrinth of Legends is worth it now, especially with the way that the rewards have been valued down. I mean, it's a good challenge, don't get me wrong. But in terms of what you put into it versus what you get out of it, I don't know. I struggle. You know, those Tier 2 Alphas, for example, they used to value like a couple $100 a piece. Now they're valued at like $25, $30. So he got the 100% rewards, though. And so he sent over his video, and I always think that it's an achievement to do this. You know, it's still huge to get the 5-star generic Awakening Gem. I still wish that the 100 5-star Signature Stone crystals were actually generic Signature Stones. I guess this was even before the generics were that common, so it was pretty crazy back in the day to get 100 class space, but now you can get that for like $50 in an offer. So yeah, it's really interesting. But we do have the Labyrinth rewards. They start off pretty low stakes with this Grandmaster Crystal, and I think for the sake of this not being a crazy long, we're gonna fast forward to that because he got a 3-star. You know, come on, 3-star, right? Sorry, bud. And then he had a couple of these crystals, and the Cavalier. Amazing luck on the first one. I mean, that's a 6-star dupe of Iron Man Infinity War, and that is a awakened Iron Man Infinity War. And that's just for a couple hundred units. And I'm guessing he thought he was going to spend these units, and he had them left over. And so he figured, why not? Why not get the best value out of them? You know, some would argue that maybe the featured Cavalier are better because it's a 1.5% drop rate for a 6-star instead of 1%. Plus, you get a much higher on-paper drop for 5 stars. But I have actually had better luck cumulatively on the regular 200 unit apiece Cavalier crystals than I have the featured Cavs, which is kind of strange. But, you know, 6-star and a 3-star, of course. But eventually, we are going to go to the 4 5-stars, and that is where hopefully some quote-unquote CEO luck is going to come in. But you just never know, and you're hoping that you'll get at least one God-tier champ. But 4 is not that many, and it's starting off with a 1980s wrestler. So we're going to continue this and see what's next. I would hope. I have not watched this before. As always, I promise you that I want this integrity of the commentary to be as authentic as possible. The New Vision is fine. I hate fighting him. I'll give you that. But I don't think I'd ever rank him to like rank 5. Maybe there's some hidden use to him I just haven't understood yet. But no, so many better Cosmic Champs. Wasp, you know, that's a pool that shouldn't bug you. And we're finishing with one more 5-star. And Cyclops or Groot is pretty dang average. In fact, Groot is one of the most desperately needed buffed champions, but at least it was a new champion, which I always like to say is the goal. And then on top of that, he has a 6-star. So this is really going to be the determining factor in whether or not he feels happy with his Labyrinth opening. And I have to say, there are so many trash pools in this 6-star crystal that I think most are just going to be bad. And Proxima Midnight is good. She's much better than average, but I still think, you know, in terms of luck, it's just not that amazing. And so there you have it. And then I think he sent some gameplay along, but we are going to kind of end it there and just say this is a realistic look at a post Labyrinth of Legends opening. You know, this is something that, congrats to him, but it's not exactly what I would say is CEO luck, except for the Cavalier Crystal. That was pretty dang cool. But otherwise, it kind of leaves a little bit to be desired, especially the 5-star crystals. So my bigger question to come out of this video is, do you think it's still worth it to do 100% Labyrinth of Legends, especially if you haven't done any of it, or if you're like me and you've just done one path? Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. And thanks again to Ashan Don for submitting this to commentate and examine.